Good morning, grade 10. So we will be talking about the stages of human acts for today's lesson. So in this lesson, we will explore the stages that guide human actions from the moment we think about doing something to the point when we act on it and reflect on the outcome. So this framework helps us understand how reason and will interact to shape our decisions. So we will talk about how we decide to do things, like why you choose to study instead of watching TV. It's like breaking down every step of your decision-making process. Okay. So, human acts are different from random habits. They are deliberate choices influenced by our intellect or our reason and our desire to resolve, which is also the will. Okay, so by studying this, we can analyze why we act the way we do and improve our decision making skills. Human acts are like thoughtful decisions, not just things we do without thinking. So, for example, when we choose to help a friend, it's because our mind and our heart work together to make that decision. Human acts can be grouped into three main stages. We have intention, where you form the goal. We also have here the decision, where you choose a course of action, and execution, where you carry it out. So you think of it like this. First, you plan to study. So that is the intention. And then you decide to study at 5 p.m. instead of playing games. So that is your decision. And finally, you actually open your book and study. That is now the execution. Okay, so these are the three main stages of human acts. Now let's talk about the 13 stages of a human act. So we have it here. You also have it in your notes later on. Okay, so Aquinas detailed each phase of a human act, connecting our thoughts and actions. So for example, during deliberation, reason evaluates what we should do, and then in command, it will push us now to act. So in the three main stages, okay, it comprises now different stages of human acts. Okay, so we have here the 13. They are now grouped into 3, which was discussed a while back. Okay, so for the simple apprehension and understanding, it's under intention. Desire and intention is also under intention. Okay, there. For the decision, deliberation, judgment, consent, and choice are under it. And for the execution, this is now where contemplation of the end, where you reflect. There's also the command, the use, the execution, and the joy or sorrow, where you celebrate the outcome. You celebrate or you breathe on the outcome. Okay? There. So it's like looking at every small step when you make a choice. So first, you think about your options and then decide what's best. And then finally, you act. So these smaller steps here, okay, make up now the bigger stages. So how strong emotions influence human acts? Okay, so strong emotions like anger or fear can affect our reason, making it harder for us to think clearly. So when this happens, the will might act impulsively instead of rationally. Again, when we are upset or scared, it's like our brain stops thinking straight and we do things we regret later. So for example, yelling at someone when you are angry can hurt feelings and make things worse. So we have here an application to real life scenario. So for the scenario, you are deciding whether to study for a test or play video games. So the question now is, which stages of a human act would apply here, and what would reason and will do? Okay? So in this case, reason would help you understand the importance of studying and deliberate on the consequences. Will would drive your desire to succeed and push you to act on your decision. So your mind helps you think about what's more important. Okay, so in this scenario, passing the test. While your will gives you the energy to say, okay, let's study instead of playing games. There. So for the reflection, okay, knowing how human acts unfold can help you reflect on your actions and improve decision making. It shows how important it is to let reason and will work together. Okay, so when you know how your decisions work, it's easier to think about them and makes better choices, like helping someone instead of ignoring them. So in summary, human acts are intentional, and understanding their stages helps us reflect on our actions. So this knowledge can help us make morally and practically better decisions. Okay? So again, to wrap it up, learning about these stages helps us think about why we do what we do. It's like having a guide or a map in making good choices.